What's going on, guys? Nuglet here. We're going to be covering another video on Fishing Strike. Today we're going to be going over anglers and how to make the best team for yourself. Now, as you can see here, I've got my three favorite anglers, Rick, Gamir, and Sarah. However, these do not need to be the anglers that you have for your team. If you have them and you enjoy them, by all means use them. But there are many anglers that can be used in many different scenarios. Ultimately, you're going to want at least two high utility based anglers with an extreme damage dealer as your third. As you can see, my top three are Rick, Gamir, and Sarah. Rick has an incredible slow on his rein. Sarah, she has a great trap. And Gamir has insane damage, knocks the fish up in the air, and reduces their tension gauge by half. I have Rick and Sarah on my team not because of the damage they output, but because of their ability, what it does. Because of his slow and because of her trap, I've been able to catch so many fish that I just flat out should not have caught in the first place. Now, these are not the only anglers that you can use, and I'd like to go over other anglers as well and why they also fit the bill. Isabella is another angler with a great slow, and this will help you catch those fish that are just constantly pushing to the edge of the screen. Jose increases his pulling strength. This helps pull in fish from the corner of the screen, very much the same as Rick does. Hannah has two electric orbs that bring the fish in to the center of the screen. Again, great option if you're having problems with fish escaping. Rebecca, the siren, she has an incredible stun, keeps fish stunned for a little while, keeps them in place exactly where they were at that time. Great if you've got them already in the whirlpool for extra damage. Camilla throws two electrified rods into the water, one on each side of the fish, and as soon as it touches that rod, turns back towards the other way. Now this will help you keep them where you want your fish. This is like a weaker version, in my opinion, of Sarah's trap. Last but not least, Leanne is another great choice if you're having a lot of problems with those lines snapping. She absolutely prevents that from happening in the first place. Now these guys bring the utility to the table, but you need the damage. When you've got 300 bars of health to go through, you need someone like Gamir, someone like Eva, Pedro, Irene, someone to get you through that health bar. Eva is one of the first champion level anglers that you'll get in the game, and I used her for quite a while. Her blue whale helps knock the fish up into the air, and as they hit the water you can tap again to get extra damage. Pedro is much the same, except with his rock, and again you can tap when he hits the water for extra damage. Now while Irene doesn't do as much damage as Gamir, you do have two times to tap for that extra swipe damage when they hit the water. The first time when her fish brings your fish down to the water inside of its mouth, and the second time after it spits it out. Chloe, while she doesn't knock the fish up into the air, therefore you do miss out on that tension reduction, does do a lot of damage and is another viable option for your damage dealing angler. Now while these abilities are incredibly important, they are not everything, and this is where your sub-anglers are going to come in handy. Now as you can see on this screen, each of your anglers has different tour specialist effects. There's things from damage from whirlpool, shake off count, to swipe damage, as well as tension reductions. While these are not as important as your core three anglers' abilities, they are a huge deal and will make an absolute difference in your gameplay. With that said, unless there is an angler such as Rick that you definitely want on your team, always try and upgrade your angler to the higher rating effects. Last but not least, in battle mode, keep in mind that you do not have the same specialist effects as you do in the tour. You have special unique effects for battle mode only, and as you'll see, these do stack. With these stackable specialist effects, you'll be able to get higher action points both before and after bonus time has begun. Really like to thank you guys for watching. I hope this video has been a help with picking out your favorite anglers and finding the best use for them. I hope to get some more feedback from you guys, and I'll see you next time with my video on combat.